Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Bowhunt or Die. You know, before we dive into more turkey slaying action, you know, I kind of want to prove Justin wrong here a little bit.
You're going to prove me wrong.
I'm going to prove you wrong here a little bit, Justin. There are more spandex wearing cyclists, bow hunters out there than I think you realize. That's
So how exactly are you?
Well, we got these water bottles.
What are you proving wrong? I don't understand.
Because
I never said that there weren't.
No, Justin was giving me a hard time that we have water bottles now for bowhunting.com.
Todd always orders all this random stuff.
No, these are cool. I love these things. So here's what we're going to do.
They're cool for you.
Nah, they're cool for more than just me. Now listen, I was riding on Zwift the other day. Met another cyclist who watches our show.
Riding on what?
You know, don't worry about it.
The road
Don't
somewhere?
worry, it's called Zwift. No, it's an
Todd
online
and his buddies
simulator.
are the guys that were always honking at to get off the road. I'm trying to go
All
places.
right, here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to give out 3 custom water bottle sets. Includes these 2 bottles and a little storage container as well. So here's what we're going to do, Justin. We're going to post a picture of me and my spandex with my bike on the Facebook page. And guys, let's go. Any bow hunters out there that wear spandex, shave the legs, do some
Good for you
cycling,
guys.
let's go get it posted up there so I can prove him wrong that there's more of us out there.
I don't know what. I never said that there weren't, so I don't know what you're proving. I don't know what you're proving.
We don't need. No one drinks water bottles.
I didn't say nobody drinks
here
them.
We go.
I just said we don't need 100 of them sitting in our warehouse.
There might be more than 100 in there. Exactly. All right, let's move on. We've got 3 great turkey hunts ahead of us.
Hold on. So what you're saying is you want all the dudes to post pictures of themselves in their spandex with their bikes.
They got to prove that they're
Facebook
cyclists.
page.
I mean, they can't just be like, I ride bikes. So
All right,
we're going to
Kraft.
post a photo. We'll pin it to the top of the page. We'll get things rolling. As far as our nicknames, we're going to let that ride for a little bit longer because there's so many good ones coming in.
Meat and potatoes.
Right now, there's meat and potatoes. What was the tarsal gland one?
Zarsal gland.
Zarsal gland. I mean, there's a lot of good ones floating out there. So we're just going to wait until we get a good chunk of them. Then we're going to read them off. But right now, we've got 3 more, Justin's favorite word, riveting turkey.
Hey, these are some pretty good turkey
These
hunts.
are
pretty good. So first up, guys, we're going to join Tyler Rector right here in Illinois, down in Fulton County. Apparently, they grow their turkeys as big as they grow their deer. So let's check this out.
Bird ended up walking a little bit closer, and he's roosted back there, probably 6, 7, maybe 800 yards, I'm just guessing. wish I had to work for that bird. That was probably the most nerve-wracking bird. Oh, thank you, Lord. 30-yard shot. Not what I wanted. I tell you, this bird this morning made me work for it. Oh, freaking nerve-wracking or what? I must have spined him. I shot a little high. I aimed high, thinking those heavy arrows would drop down, but this bird was roosted probably, oh heck, way back there, probably 1,000 yards. Back far enough that you could just hear him good this morning. And I thought he was closer than that when I first started calling to him, because he sounded closer, but when he flew down, when he got up to the field, he was probably 500 yards. The first gobble I heard on the field edge, and he sounded like he was right there on top of me. I called him all the way up here with no hens, and when he got up here about 50 yards, evidently I called a hen in from across the road and another one from this bottom, because they all met out there. And he breeded that one right here, as you guys can see, 40 yards. But it's out to the side of the blind, so I couldn't really film it very good. Finally, those two hens started feeding this way. They were probably 50 yards. And I ranged that grass right where he's laying. It's 31 yards. And I aimed high. And I hit high. Those broadheads are freaking awesome. I mean, it just dropped him like a sack of rocks. NAP FOCs. 3-inch cut, 170 grains. That's why I aimed a little high in my bow. I sighted these in out to 20. But it sighted in farther than that for 100 grains, but evidently it didn't affect this. Oh, thank you, Lord. Well, guys, like I said before, basically this was kind of a flop hunt. Last night, we were down here planting corn, and I had a little bit of time. Roosted this bird way back in here. This is the telephone pole I was actually standing by when I roosted it last night. So, came in here this morning, threw up the blind real quick, a couple cameras, decoys. Needless to say, nothing worked as planned. I called the bird in like I wanted to, but he came in and stood right here at 45 yards and breeded a hen. And they were actually leaving the field, and the hens were in front of him. He was following them off the field edge, and he got 30 yards. That's as close as he got all morning. Pretty sure I just cut his back off. So my arrow is probably somewhere way out in the field, but I'm gonna go look for it, hopefully find it, because I'm gonna put it through a deer heart this year, I think. I'm tagged out now, so I'm done. So, till next time, guys, bow hunt or die.
I am not your forefather's broadhead. I am 4 ultra-sharp blades of blistering precision. I am 3 devastating inches of cutting trauma. I am a 100-grain testament to American ingenuity. I am a bulletproof storm of unleashed fury. I am the Spitfire double cross, and failure is not an option. NAP. Hunt with confidence.
Well, Todd, that was a great hunt, from Tyler. He did an awesome job of just using his trail cameras to get second angles of setting up, and just overall, produced a really quality hunt. And then to top it off, he has a giant bird.
Not a giant. This is a double-bearded beast, Justin.
A double-bearded beast, indeed. Well, what Tyler didn't realize when that bird was coming in was exactly how big that animal was. When he got that bird home, and here in Illinois,
Right.
when we have to register our birds and we have to call them in to get the confirmation number, you actually have to measure the beard and you have to measure the spurs. Well, when he got home and actually was doing that, he was like, holy cow, this thing is huge. So he started looking into it, and as it turns out, that bird, I almost said deer, but that bird may very well be the state record bow kill for an atypical turkey, which means turkey with more than one beard. So
I'm not even getting involved in this conversation.
I don't even
I
know
didn't
how
even
to
know this
score
stuff
turkey.
was possible, but
well, apparently it is. So Tyler's turkey preliminarily scored 91.8 points. He did have it officially scored by the Illinois DNR. The current top bow kill in Illinois is 89.8.
There's a little bit of room there.
So he's got, I don't know, 2 points seems like a lot here. So we'll know in 6 to 8 weeks.
How
if
about
that
the
bird,
how long were those beards?
We had 11.5 and 10.75, and the bird was 23 pounds. But that was after it actually lost a little bit of weight. It sat in Tyler's freezer, I think, overnight before he could get it scored. So, you know, awesome bird. I mean, he didn't realize it at the time, but definitely a great bird. Potential Illinois state record with a bow. So congratulations to Tyler.
We'll have to wait to see. Well, next up, we're going to jump in the blind now with a couple other great turkey hunts.
Man, I'll tell you what, it's tearing me up. I still have a week and a half to go here in Indiana before I can turkey hunt. Our season comes in the 26th of April. It's like the last week of April. A lot of guys are out there hunting already. Some of the guys are already slamming them on the team. Big congrats to those guys. Going to look forward to seeing that. But I'm driving around, kind of just scouting right now. It's raining. And it seems like when it's raining, there's always birds in the fields. I am seeing birds, so that's a good sign. They're still doing their thing right now. I just hope when the season comes in that I can find some. And they're still doing their thing, you know. So all you can do is get out there and try. In the meantime, getting all my equipment ready, practicing, even out of the blind. That's a big must, you know. If you're sitting in a blind, you got to practice out of the blind. It's just different when you're sitting down. It helps to get all your gear on too. So keep that in mind when you're practicing bow hunting for turkeys. You're gonna go look for some more and patiently wait on the calendar. So we'll see you in the blind.
Frustrating. This is the opener. I've came back here the last 3 days before work, and there's been a gobbler hammering right up above this water hole. There's a small lake over here. I go in last night, about 10 o'clock at night, pitch black, sneak back here, put a blind up so I don't have to do it this morning. He's not gobbling this morning. He's either silent or he's moved on me. I haven't heard anything anywhere else either. This is not starting out good. Man, it's almost 10 o'clock. Nothing going on where I'm at. My son even quit hunting this morning. He drove around the block, all over our lease. Never even seen a bird. So really, I don't know what option I have right now other than just stick it out and hope the birds that I've been scouting back here are just silent. Very frustrating. All right, day number 2. I'm back in the original place that I hunted yesterday morning. It's not looking good. The bird was either silent yesterday or moved out on me. I went to the other place for midday. Absolutely nothing. Stormed all night last night, and before the storms came in, the farmers have been out in his field, and up until the storm he was sinking ammonia anhydrous in the ground. So I don't know. I come back here again hoping this bird would sound off, but so far I haven't heard him. Running out of options. Even driving around, I'm seeing nothing. Every field around here has been sprayed and it's brown. I'm reduced to woods hunting right now. Another frustrating morning. I have heard nothing. I'm about 100 yards off the field edge too, and I decided to slip out there a little while ago just to have a look. Snuck up on it. There's not even anything in the field, so I'm gonna pack it up. Got about a quarter-mile walk out, and just gonna drive around and see if I can find a bird. Never know, maybe I can
see one somewhere else, and get in on him. Okay, I'm a little more excited this morning. Third day of Indiana opener. I talked to my neighbors yesterday. They so graciously gave me permission to hunt back here across from my house on their side. As you can see behind me, all the yellow top is still up. Nothing's been sprayed. And I've already got a bird gobbling over this way. I'm gonna let it lighten up a little bit before I try to call him. Fingers crossed. Oh man, I hope this works out, because the next 2 days is 100% rain. I've got a hen really mad at me over here, and I've got a tom gobbling at me. I'm trying to mock her and piss her off. So very close. I looked out the back of the blind. I had 2 toms right behind me, about 25 yards. Looked like about 8-inch beards on both of them. They come around beside me. I got a little group of trees behind me here, between me and the field. They got to where they could see my Jake and my hen. They started putting. Evidently they didn't like my Jake. I kind of wish I would have only put the hen out, but you never know. I got them to gobble right beside me, but now, last time they gobbled, they're headed farther away. I can see both the toms out there in that yellow top right now through the crack in my blind. They just gobbled when a goose went over. They're slowly making their way this way. Looks like a couple periscopes sticking up out of that yellow top. It's not over yet. Shot looked good. He's just in the edge of the field. I can't see him, but he laid down. I'm just gonna wait. Oh man, he tore my decoy up. I didn't even know he was anywhere around. I started hearing a purring beside me, and I looked. I seen his red, white, and blue head walking right beside me. Look at that. Wow. Oh yeah. Nice bird. Wow. Did his job. All right, got him out. Gonna get some good video and photos with him here pretty soon. My week started out terrible. On my lease, they had sprayed every field in the area. Everything was dead. They knifed in anhydrous ammonia and everything. All the weed seed and the bugs, I think, were gone. the birds just disappeared, and I got to thinking about it. Across the road over here, my really good neighbors, they've got a nice farm back here, and it's all yellow top yet. It's not been sprayed. And I thought, well, I bet all the birds have moved across the road. So I went and asked for permission, and they were so kind to give it to me. And I went back there this morning, and I had 2 toms come in, almost got a shot. They did not like my jake. For some reason, they took off. This guy come in a little bit later. All I heard was him purring beside the blind. I got ready, and he came in, and luckily it was a really nice tom. Beat the crap out of my decoys. I'm sure I've got holes to patch in those, but that's okay. That's part of it. Got some really good spurs on him. Nice hooks. Probably about just guessing right now, about 11-inch beard probably. Maybe 11 and a half. Heavy bird. I couldn't be more proud. Very thankful for them letting me come over here. Bow hunt or die.
All right, it's opening morning for me here in Wisconsin, and we'll see what happens. You know, it's actually a pretty nice morning right now. It's warm. It's like 58, 60 degrees, and there's a bunch of rain coming in. It's supposed to rain quite a bit in the next 5-6 days, so we'll see. Haven't even heard a gobble. I don't even know if there's a tom on this farm. I haven't seen one for about 2 weeks now. A lot of jakes. Looks like it's a jake haven or something. There was last night, there was 10 jakes with actually by themselves, and then there was 2 jakes that seemed to be maybe a little bit more dominant jakes. They seem to be strutting all the time. They're hanging together. They're usually hanging with the hens, and these other jakes are just off on their own running around the farm here. So last night in the dark, after I watched everything, I came in and I checked. I've got 4 different stealth cam cameras out on this farm, and not one tom on them. And to be honest with you, I'd have to look back. I don't even think I've got a hen on them. I know there's some hens here, but there's, like I said, there's at least 12 jakes. And the best spot right now that it looks for me to be sitting is right here. I put the blind up last night in the dark, and about 75 yards from here, the last 2 mornings, those jakes been coming out of the woods here and working in this corn stubble. So we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll put a show on for us today, and if I get an opportunity, I'm going to take it. I don't have a lot of time to hunt this spring, and we'll see what happens. Maybe we can have some jakes put on a show and have a little bit of fun here. There's a bunch of birds, bunch of jakes. Here they come. Well, you know, that worked out pretty good. I'd been sitting here about almost 3 hours already, and not a bird, but I did hear some hens yelping way out across the field. Never heard a gobble this morning. And about 3 hours in, I looked out of the corner of the blind here and I see a mess of jakes, whole flock of them standing on the hill. And you know, I told myself yesterday already that I had been watching and got the cameras out. Haven't seen any toms for a couple weeks. Haven't got any pictures of any toms. And with all these jakes here, I'm like, you know, if they give me an opportunity, I'm going to take it. So I'm not going to make up any excuses. You know, yeah, it's always great to be able to shoot a tom, but with my limited time in setting up just for these jakes, one of these jakes, and it actually worked out. You know, a bunch of them come in. I can't be any happier. I had a rough season last year and didn't shoot anything with the bow. And so to get one here right off the bat here in 2017, I'm excited. So that was fun. And then I believe there was 8 of them, and then 3 more jakes come across the hill here. And as they always do, you know, you shoot a bird, they run out there and they're jumping on them and picking at them and all that good stuff. So
all right, here he is. Nice little jake. Been happy to get the opportunity here this morning. It was a fun morning. Like I said earlier, about 3 hours sitting, you know, nothing, seeing nothing, and when it happens, it just happens. You know, a whole flock of jakes came over the hill, and it got pretty exciting pretty quick. So I actually, you know, can't stress the use of trail cameras that help, you know, get the bird here. You know, we use them for deer hunting all the time, but guys, if you got them, it doesn't pay to have them sitting at home. You might as well put them out and help me pattern the birds here today. I mean, I had a camera to the east of me here. I got 3 cameras out to the west of me here, and actually these birds made a circle all the way around me, but the use of the cameras helped me decide, you know, where to put the blind. And as you can see, we got it done. So it's a good start for the 2017 season here for me.
You know, Justin, I gotta tell you, I mean, I know this year we've had more turkey kills than we've ever had. And I gotta admit, I mean, until this year, I would kind of be sitting there going, gosh, you know, these turkey hunts are dragging out. But man, when you get into this turkey hunt, dude, I love it, man. It's cool. I mean, watching Dan's hunt, and then you start playing the whole cat and mouse game and moving around, and there you go. I mean, here's an example where, you know what, the farmer sprayed, you know, the stuff's starting to die, birds are lacking some food, they're moving to different areas. Man, it's a lot like whitetail hunt.
Well, I think Dan's hunt and really Tyler's hunt from earlier, you know, both of those guys had been out multiple days, you know, before they were able to get a bird. And it can be frustrating. Like, when turkey hunting is slow, it is like god awful. Like, when you're sitting there and you're not seeing anything, you're not hearing anything.
You're just in that blind.
Sure, I mean, it can be frustrating, but, you know, as Dan showed us, I mean, it can turn around like that. I mean, literally, he's watching these 2 birds out in the yellow top, which Todd and I don't know what that is.
We Googled it, though.
It is a real thing, so Dan's not just making it up. But he's watching these 2 birds. Also, another one, you know, comes in silently from behind him, makes a perfect shot on it, bird dies right there. And then in Dean's case, you know, I love Dean's story. You know, he did his homework, he put his trail cameras out, he did all the scouting. He knew what birds were in the area. He knew the likelihood of him, you know, shooting a long bird was pretty much 0. So he said, you know what? A jake comes in, I'm going to shoot it because they taste just as good as any other turkey out there. And, you know, he made a perfect shot. Bird dies right there. So you can't beat that.
No, I mean, in the crazy part again, Justin, we've got like, I think 6 or 8 more turkeys hunts coming up, guys. So don't worry, there is going to be some. We're going to start interjecting some deer footage as well. I mean, the guys are starting to get out and start working on their plots. I mean, it's that time. I think the rain is finally, well, I don't know, they're calling for rain.
Yeah, it's going to rain this weekend, so.
But, I mean, here in the Midwest, I know we're starting to get out there and start working on our plots and stuff like that. It won't be long, and we're going to be thinking deer season, so.
Well, next up, guys, we got to do some trophy photos. So let's take a minute to thank some of the people who sent in their photos for this week's episode.
Justin Toppings.
Mike Coleman.
Ryan Ganaway.
Steven Stillwell.
And Tyler Franks. Hey guys, those are some great trophies. If you'd like to see yourself right here on an episode of Bowhunt or Die, make sure you email us your photos or post them on our Facebook page.
Yep.
What do we got next, Justin?
Well, Todd, that's going to be the end of the show. That's all the hunting action we've got. We did the trophy photos. Guys, turkey seasons are really winding down.
Cyclists, come on, don't forget. We got 3 packages of these going out. I want to see you. I want to meet you. Let's do it.
Todd wants to see you in your spandex on our Facebook.
Justin's always got to go there. I mean,
You're the one that said it,
I
not
know
me.
I didn't say anything.
So, guys, make sure you log on to facebook.com/bowhunting. Show us your biking photos. Todd will send you some cool water bottles. And if you guys want to log on to bowhunting.com, we've got all other sorts of cool stuff for sale. We've got cool tumblers. We're going to have the water bottles up there shortly. Hats, shirts, all sorts of good stuff. So make sure you check it out. Hey guys, thanks a lot for watching. That was another great episode of turkey hunting. Now, for those of you out there who are also turkey hunters and you've ever taken the time to score one of your birds, we want you to post below in the comments.
I didn't even know you could do this, Justin.
Well, apparently you can. So if you've ever taken the time and you know how to score your bird, post below. We want to know the score of your bird as well as the state that you shot it in. Todd and I are looking for some new spots to go turkey hunting. We want to know where the biggest birds are at.
And hey, how about shooting jakes? You know what? I know when I first started turkey hunting, the first bird that came in that had any sort of beard sticking
Heck
out,
yeah.
my arrow was going to fly. In this episode,
I shot a Jake and I thought it was a bearded hen, so you know where I stand on this matter.
In this episode, you saw Dean shoot a Jake. The question is, would you shoot a Jake or not?
Yeah, so post below in the comments, guys. Let us know if you'd shoot a Jake. And we appreciate you watching, guys. Remember, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of other great bow hunting videos outside of Bowhunt or Die. How-to videos, product reviews, updates from trade shows, and other great stuff. So make sure you hit that subscribe button.
For more exciting action, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and receive live updates from our team members as well as the latest happenings in the bow hunting and archery world. Be sure to share your photos, stories, and experiences as well. And don't forget to pick up your official bowhunting.com and Bowhunt or Die gear by visiting bowhunting.com/gear. We have a full selection of hats, shirts, decals, wristbands, and much more.
Action. Action.
Hey, you YouTube fans. Okay, ready? Sure. Hey, YouTube fans, listen, we want to get some comments from you now. The first question is, have you ever sweeten the pot too? The first people to actually put a picture. Can they post a picture or not? Can they do that?
No, we cannot.
No.